All right, well, thank you so much for talking with us. Listen, you're in a position that no athlete wanted to be in last year. You have probably the best opening you could possibly imagine. This fantastic match against this team that wins the national championship, eventually Nebraska, and you go down. How did you even make it through the rest of the year with the team not being able to play with them? What was within you that allowed you to say stick with volleyball and stick with Texas after having something so difficult happen?
It was really hard at first, and then I realized it was best if I had sat out the rest of the season. And I think my teammates were very supportive of me, and so in return, I decided to be very supportive of them. And cheering them on from the bench, I felt like I was out there playing with them, so it was a good season.
Do you know Inky, Jonnaku at all?
Briefly, we played together a little bit in HP.
Okay, of course she's went through a pretty similar thing. She had to miss her, last year, and she's back. And in her case, she felt like, in some ways, she got to appreciate what it was like for the coaches more when she had to stay with the bench and tried to be involved that way. Did you have any sense of that, where you had any better appreciation for what the coaches went through when you're not the athlete out there?
I definitely learned a lot from the coaches, because when you're on the court, you don't really hear the conversations. You don't really know the conversations that they're having. So I got to see their side of things and how they put together lineups and plays like that. So I appreciate what they do for us.
So for a different reason, and the reason doesn't matter as much, but Chiaka can't play this season. So she's sort of in the same deal you are. It's the beginning of the season, and you get ready for volleyball. Have you talked to her about getting through this year and staying with the team and connected? What do you talk to her about it, or do you?
We just let her know that we're all supportive of her. We still love her no matter what. And our middles have done a very good job of stepping up in that position, and she's really helped them out too.
Okay, on to more volleyball. Your position relies so heavily on the setter being able to get great passes. And, that's just, every volleyball team needs that. But to be able to really, really hit for high average, that setter has to have a lot of options. Tell me about Texas this year, as far as you know, and what you're thinking is for your passing game that'll allow your setter to be able to spread the ball around.
Our passing from practice, our numbers have been really high. So that's been one of our biggest focuses in preseason so far. And Chloe does a very good job of getting her feet there and throwing the ball around. And as hitters, we're trained to go to the ball, know where to put it, when to hit it, when to tip it. So our coaches do a very good job of giving us information so we can succeed.
You were a freshman once. You were freshman of the year in the nation. What do you tell these kids? You got some amazing kids coming in. Do you take that role at all in talking to them? And if so, what do you tell them?
Yeah, well, as an upperclassman now, I kind of take them under my wing a little bit. They were a little stressed out before double days, so it was my job to calm them down, talk them through it, and they've done a really good job, I feel like, of really stepping up and blending with the team.
What's an advice you can give them?
Just play volleyball. They've been doing it all their lives, so it's no different now.
What are they doing otherwise? Worrying about coach and what coach is going to think, or what teammates are going to think, or what are they doing?
They worry a lot about what the coaches think, and I tell them, just don't look at the coaches, and they've gotten a lot better of not looking at the coaches after every play. And so now they're more free and playing their game.
So finally for you, when you've had an injury, do you play with abandon as if you didn't have injury, or has your game changed any?
I'm older, so I have to be more careful. I'm not 18 anymore, so I talk with our trainer a lot after every practice. Even sometimes during practice, I'll go talk to her, tell her what's up, and she helps me through it. So I can't just go out and swing to the fences. I have to be more careful now, but I know when to take my chances.